We shouldn't be repossessing people's homes. We should be repossessing his yacht, shouldn't we?
This is it. Vince is the man who knows about the economy.
But, I mean, he's so depressing.
Well, this is Doctor Who and this is Doctor Doom.
No, but, I mean, give us a ray of hope, Cock. Just a gleam.
Well, the gleam is that the bankers are enjoying a bit of misery. You know the story that's going around the city at the moment? The difference between a banker and a pigeon? The pigeon can leave a deposit on a Lamborghini.
Listen, an estimate about this week of just how much banks around the world have lost so far. Would anyone care to tell me what the figure is?
It's
2.8.
Is it 2.8?
2.8 trillion.
To put it in context, with 2.8 trillion pounds, you could buy 2.8 trillion things at a pound shop.
Or 2 years of Jonathan Ross on the BBC.
Which country did the IMF have to bail out this week?
Is it Hungary?
Or Britain, if you're watching the repeat.
Who should chip in to bail out the IMF, according to Gordon Brown?
Jonathan Ross.
Well, that's it. That's sorted out. That's brilliant. You see, cheerfulness, practical solutions. Get Paul into the Lib Dems.
Exactly.
That would be a struggle.
What you mean? Not enough gravitas, like Lembit.
Yeah, that's very cheeky. Yeah.
The answer...
Who bucked the trend this week, recession-wise?
Or is it BP? BP earns 70 million quid a day and everybody's up in arms and surprised, but it's 80p for a bag of crisps in there. It's hardly surprising.
If I can tell you an inside story from the oil industry, and I used to work there, we actually used to make more money from the sandwiches than the petrol.
But surely the petrol's tastier.
Shouldn't they be abandoning the rather intense process of trying to find oil and just be making sandwiches? It's so much more easy.
And in fact, if we can just make cars that run on sandwiches,
Yeah.
the whole thing is solved.
Yeah. The answer's Volkswagen.
The answer's Volkswagen, did you say?
No,
Yes.
that may be another answer, but he's actually, the boy is onto it about BP and
I'm
Shell.
36. I'm 36, Tom Baker.
36. We learned this week that someone else isn't suffering in the recession.
Is it Volkswagen? I'm going to say that all night.
Yeah.
Tony Blair. He's...
Is there anybody here bothering that?
He's become the world's best-paid public speaker.
He made £12 million last year.
Like a man said, 12 million quid since leaving office.
I'm the man, you see.
You're the man, yeah.
Boy.
I'm the boy, you're the man. Let's have a standing-up competition here.
Which public figure has been hit hard by the fall in property prices?
Is it Volkswagen?
Actually, he's got a point, because Volkswagen has led to the wiping out of hedge funds. So that's actually a very good news story you've alighted on by mistake, I think.
You get into a private eye and lighten on a news story by mistake.
Volkswagen.
No. It was Prince Charles.
Prince Charles?
Yes, £38 million he lost, yes.
How?
Well, he's gone into negative equity on the whole of Cornwall. And Volkswagen was in the news this week.
Oh, I know this one. Prince Charles. This is all to do with hedge funds. Vince won't know this, but... what happens, Vince, is, you see, the hedge fund people targeted Volkswagen, thinking stupidly the share price was going down, but Porsche had secretly bought in, unknown to everybody else. You can do this under German rules, Vince. It's quite interesting, this bit. And anyway, so the share price, it's brilliant, this, of Volkswagen, then rocketed. All the hedge fund people lost all their money.
Oh, it's tragic, isn't it, really? And this is one of the lesser stories of the week, as it doesn't involve two idiots baiting a pensioner. After tough negotiations, Britain agreed to help bail out some of the crisis-hit East European countries. Gordon Brown wouldn't reveal what we get in return. But let's just say he's looking forward to next year's Eurovision Song Contest. As the crisis deepened, Gordon Brown flew to Paris to meet President Sarkozy, where, after several hours, they decided to leave an obscene message on the Icelandic Prime Minister's answer phone. So, at the end of that round, 2 points each. Thank you. And now, to round 2, the jigsaw of news. Fingers on buzzers. This is the news.
Oh.
Oh!
I buzzed.
Yeah,
Yes.
to be fair.
That was quick. Are you psychic?
Well, I thought you
No, I
showed
know
us the
that
picture and then we buzzed. But if the trick is that we listen to the answer and then buzz, I'm perfectly happy.
Is it about Volkswagen?
Someone has invented a way to make the end of this film work.
Well, they've worked out a formula of how Michael Caine's character gets the gold bullion off the coach that's balancing on the edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
The Royal Society of Chemistry has set a contest in which entrants must supply a solution to the literally cliff-hanging final scene of the Italian Job. Dr. Lewis Dartnell, an astrobiologist, said they could use superconducting magnets to haul the gold to their side of the bus. But then he added, unfortunately, gold is not magnetic. And so it would have to be vaporized to a blindingly hot cloud of plasma. I tried that once. I think it was in the Sontaran experiment.
Did it work?
Disaster.
Was it?
This week, a very stupid posh boy attempted to recreate a scene from the Italian Job by driving his brand new Mini up some stairs at Bristol University. According to The Sun, he caused the radiator to blow up, the 2 front tyres to burst, and both airbags to explode, whereas anyone knows he was only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Fingers on buzzers.
John Prescott, he did a documentary this week on the subject of class.
Yes, yes. Did you catch that, Ian?
No, I missed it.
I'll say it again. John Prescott.
This is John Prescott's documentary in which he drives around the country in his Jaguar or sits in the garden of his large detached house musing on why he's been so cruelly held back by the class system. I like the fact that it showed John Prescott in a different kind of light. He's a man making a serious documentary about Britain's class system, and he's not just a buffoon who never stops eating. Let's have a look at a few clips.
What is that, son? Don't take the bloody crust off. A group called Chumbawamba. It's usually out of a mug. So I just got up and gave him a tap on the side of his ribs and he went on the floor. And you've been attacked by lads. Again, it's another kind of class attitude. Headbutted.
Yes. You've got a rebut in this phone, haven't you?
Sean Connery.
I don't want to appear to be a snob, but what a dreadful oaf. Huh?
He's a very civilised man.
Is he?
John Prescott? Yeah. Yes. What word came up during the filming that John Prescott had never even heard of?
Diet.
Was it bulimia?
Oh, that's unkind.
He brought it up.
He always brought out bulimia. When he met 3 girls off a London estate...
Oh, he didn't know what a chav was. He had never heard the phrase chav, had he? Or the word chav, rather.
He then wonders what class they regard themselves... Let's have a look.
Well, what class are you then?
I'm just like middle class. I don't like.
You're middle class?
Yeah, I ain't got loads of money. I'm not poor.
I think you're the first one I've seen which I would say you're working class, but you would say you're middle class.
But I don't work.
I agree with her.
She's got a point, John.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
What disconcerting habit does John Prescott have when being interviewed by female journalists, according to Rachel Cook of The Observer?
Does he manage to undo their bras with his mind?
He gets his words in the right order to confuse them.
Well, I'll tell you, Rachel Cook heard from a female colleague. He hoiked one leg over the arm of his chair so that what she politely called his pelvis was pointing at her like a gun.